What's up? My name is Ian Morgan. I'm a fighter here at Millennia MMA. I coach kids Jiu-Jitsu, coach the little ones, the little samurais, and then I coach wrestling as well. So yeah, here at Millennia, everyone's super friendly. Romeo Rum, the head coach, I think it starts with him. He's very personable. Ever since I came, I moved out here about 6 months ago. Ever since I came, he's been super welcoming, got me on classes, got me coaching. We all try to stay open-minded and stay coachable. But I'm from Stockton, so yeah, I grew up in Stockton, and then I wrestled with my good friend Javier in college, and he's the one who ended up bringing me out here. Last year I was cross-training here for every now and again. I'll come for like a week or so. And then finally in January, I was able to move down here. Shout out to Wrestle Jiu-Jitsu. In any given class, we have very experienced staff here. For example, our advanced kids Jiu-Jitsu and our wrestling classes run by my good friend Javier Gonzalez, who's a monster himself, right? Black belt, two-time All-American, two-time collegiate All-American. Just an overall awesome guy, cares about all of his students, always going out of his way to make sure that they're taken care of, helping out on and off the mat. Then Romy, obviously, and I learned a lot from him. His technique is, I was talking about it the other day, he's like an encyclopedia of combat sports, right? He's someone that can teach wrestling, he can teach jiu-jitsu, he can teach MMA, right? He can teach kickboxing, he can teach everything. We also got Taylor, who's a pro fighter. She just fought this last weekend. Congrats to her, she got a good win out in Louisiana. We got Coach Churro over here, Coach Chris. He's a really good striker. So he's one of the striking coaches here. So if you're trying to find just a MMA gym, a jiu-jitsu gym, a striking gym, Millennia is a good spot to be because we have intro classes, we have intermediate classes, and we have advanced classes. So I feel like sometimes people are a little intimidated. Maybe they come by and they see the pro sparring and they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to hop into that just yet. But then we have amateur sparring, right? We have amateur sparring, we have fundamental striking, fundamental jiu-jitsu, right? We've even just recently started a fundamental wrestling where we kind of split the wrestling class with more advanced students and more newer students. So just to get your foot in the door, it's a good spot because the coaches will help you out, build you up, you know, get you confident to go into the next level classes. And that's what I notice a lot here. You know, some gyms you walk in and it's just kind of chaotic. You know, a lot's going on, and someone that's new to the sport, they might kind of be shied away. And I've met people that are like that, right? They told me they walked into gyms and they're like, oh, I don't know, it's a little crazy. Like, you know, I didn't really know where to start. People are going hard, you know, and so depending on the class, like we go hard here, but you got to build up to it. I'm 27 now. I started training 2013, and then I started getting a little more serious around 2014. Right, I was kind of casual in 2013. 2014, I was getting a little more serious, but I started with MMA. So then I fought, had an amateur fight, and then one of my old coaches, he recommended that I try wrestling. And I didn't wrestle in high school, and I decided, all right, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to walk onto my junior college team. And then I trained with them for the year leading up to the season. Did pretty good that season, stayed another season. Did pretty good that season as well. Qualified for state both years. And then my goal was just to come back to MMA. And then right at the end of the season, I got a call from my coach, Joey Martinez from Menlo College. Called me and just said, hey, we like what we saw, because I wrestled one of the Menlo guys. Shout out to Blazing Terrakina. I wrestled and we had a good match, and so the coach called me up after state, said, hey, you want to come move out? I was like, sure. He's like, when can you come? we need you to come next week. And I was like, all right, I'll be there. So I moved out there. That ended up being like a 3-4 year journey, right? Just wrestling. Was a 2-time national qualifier that year, or at Menlo. And then COVID happened, and then I kind of moved back home to Stockton. And then was still training Jiu-Jitsu, but not as much MMA. And then now that I'm back here, I'm just kind of full-time with everything. So full-time wrestling, Jiu-Jitsu, MMA. I just want to give a shout out to Romeo Rum. Thank you, Coach, for letting me come down here and train. I appreciate all the work we do on the daily. And shout out to my boy Javier Gonzalez. Me and him go way back to college wrestling. I appreciate you inviting me to come down here, and excited to see what the future holds. Thank you guys for checking us out. Definitely come by, try a class at the gym. We'd love to have you guys. Thank you.